Alright. Hello everyone, welcome to Tabletop Tuesday, where we talk about D&D stuff, Pathfinder stuff, all kinds of D&D. Tabletop gaming, well, and sometimes gaming news, depending on what comes up across our table. Things of that nature. So, huzzah, welcome to my tavern. Hi. Alright. So we got some announcements. Oh, hi there, more pasta.
With a sword in one hand and a harp in the other, shouting my greatness from the rooftops, slaying
bitches
and slaying witches.
Or was it slaying witches and slaying bitches?
I can't quite remember. I was too busy giving the tavern owner a reason to stay in business.
Hey, Faye, how's it going? Alright, so a couple announcements we're going to get through real quick. We're always attempting to help our artists, so by all means, check out the art list. Alright, they could always use your commissions, so that's always good. We also have our two sponsors currently. Sponsor number one is Shockbite Gaming Servers, link is down below. That could always help. Sponsor number two, if I could find the link, please help me. I just had it. Of course, it's missing. Is, W Energy. So let me share that link. There you go. W Energy. Use code Ruby Mad Hatter for 10% off all purchases. How's my favorite tavern owner? I'm okay. A little bit of a headache, but I've dealt with worse. I have dinner here today to eat while we talk. So that's going to be a fun thing to do. So that's our announcements for today. Hey, Baby Fresh Nug, how's it going? It's going fine. Like I said, just a minor headache. I live. Realness, how is it only 7 p.m.? Riddle me this, riddle me that. Alright, so with Tabletop 2... I didn't blow up the pub last night. Yes, you didn't. Please don't blow it up tonight. So, with Tabletop Tuesday, we have my partner in crime, as usual, for Tabletop Tuesday, CandidGamera.
Cool.
Alright. Meanwhile, we're also messing around with the Minecraft server. I think it's running? Maybe?
Confidence.
Dude, you know I don't have confidence in these servers because shit, man, like they decided to break on a whim.
Incidentally, I'm throwing a screenshot up from my personal MC Eternal instance. I think it's a new thing.
Stop.
A butterfly flaps its wings in the Andes when the server goes down.
Damien. That is a weird door. That is a weird door. We'll show it to people. Give me a second.
Sure.
Display capture. No, that's gonna display.
What the hell?
That's gonna display shit. Okay, let's just do it this way. Damien, you're gonna be a pain in my butt, aren't you? So this is the display he's talking about. Maybe I should open it in just a big window. There we go. That's better. Move that over there.
And there's a guy inside that hill. I can hear the mumbling like he's like a village caster, illager caster type.
Oh, I hope he's not an illager caster.
But I can just hear him like and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to open that.
We are talking about D&D. He just showed me a picture of something weird that happened.
So I have no idea what mod pack that's from.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Alright, so the discussion tonight, as soon as I can get this to behave. Oh, there we go. Please work for me. Okay, game capture. We want you to be Minecraft. Work. Buddy. There it goes. Ha! We got it. Hallelujah. Alright, so the discussion tonight, we have covered every D&D class there is in the game. That has all been done. So now, if I played PC, I would help, but I'm completely on Xbox. Oh, that sucks. I don't think it's cross-play yet. So, the first class, I'm going to cover it by books, if that helps, camera.
That makes sense to me. I mean, I was wondering how we were going to group them, and honestly, by book, I think works.
Yeah, especially when some of the later books really reference the previous books, like a ton.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, okay, let's start with like one of the first books, which is the Advanced Class Guide.
Okay.
All right? Because that was one of the first ones they released that had additional classes.
Yeah.
Then the next one we're going to cover is the Advanced Player's Guide. Because
Okay.
that did a lot of mix and matching. Then I want to cover the Advanced Race Guide, which is not classes, but it does cover something I want to cover later on, which is the ability to make your own race.
Okay.
Because some people are very interested in that, and some people break the fuck out of it.
Huh?
Yeah.
I love how she goes, huh?
I didn't hear you, honestly, overcooking. What did you say?
I said the advanced race, the custom race builder, some people break the fuck out of it.
There's a reason I'm not allowed to use it anymore.
Yeah.
Incidentally, Ramen says that's from one of the Electro Blob add-ons that they've added.
Mmm.
Hey, in my defense, you didn't give me limits when you just said have fun.
This is fair. Alright, so the first class we're going to cover, because we're going to do this in alphabetical order, is Alchemist.
Okay.
Now, we kind of covered... Or is it... No, it's Arcanist? No, it should be... Yeah, it's Arcanist. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. There you
Arcanist. Alchemist comes later. Whoopsie. Alright, so I need to add a server. Public server. Let me put in the server address real quick before I get too far into all this stuff.
go. Sure.
Do it. Yoink. Done. Yeah, it says, welcome to the Hatter server. Make sure not to blow up the planet. It says vanilla server, though. I don't like the sound of that.
Is it not loading the mod, or...?
I think it's loaded the mods. Let me see. It loaded the game.
Well, I was going to say, it looks like you've got some tech and stuff going on there.
Yeah,
but,
it looks like it has it all. What's one thing we added from one of the 4 mods we added?
We added the storage drawers, so you
Right.
could look up DRAW.
Yep.
See if it shows up.
There they are, basic drawers, storage drawers. They're there.
Okay.
So they work. All right, let me OP myself.
On a public channel?
Huh?
You're gonna OP yourself on a public channel?
Shush! Oh, I do not have permission to use this command. I have to do this on the website. God damn it. Alright, I have... Drawers are OP. Yes, they are. Alchemist would come before Arcanist alphabetically. Yes, but it's not in this book.
Yes, that's correct.
Give me a second. I want to... No, it's wrong one. I want to game mode 1 this real quick. And I want to put... There we go. Spawn. Real quick, I'll do that in gold. Alright. So that's where Spawn is. Spawn is not terrible. It's not a bad place. Okay. So with that being said, yeah, I think Alchemist is in maybe the Advanced Player's Guide?
Could be. I know it's kind of one that they
Yeah.
did it later, and then it caught on so well that they're actually, you know, Pathfinder 2, it's a core class.
Yeah, Advanced Player's Guide.
Okay.
So that's later. So Arcanist is first. Alright. So let's talk about the Arcanist. Alright. An arcanist is this weird wizard, I would say.
Yeah.
So there's really not much we're gonna go over with arcanist other than some of the differences it has other than wizard. All right.
Right.
Because if we went into everything arcanist does, we would literally be covering the same thing wizard does.
Right.
All right. So one of the things they do, let me land. All right. So arcanists can do some kooky stuff. All right. For one, they have something called the arcane reservoir, which is kind of like a pool of energy that they can use. That does all kinds of fun things. You can restore spells with.
Yes.
You also get exploits later that gives you some powers. So on and so forth. Now, here's the thing that with Arcanist that's a little odd. They have spells per day and spells prepared. Now,
yes.
Some people may find that a little odd. They're like, okay, what's the difference between the two? I thought spells per day was literally how many spells you can prepare. With Arcanist, it's not the same. You can prepare usually more spells than you have spells per day. Usually.
Mm-hmm.
Not always. Like, at later levels, that's not going to be the case. But for the lower levels, that will be the case. Hi, chicken. And what that means is, as an Arcanist, you can cast any spell that you have prepared as many times as you want.
Right. You sort of have the advantages of sorcerer and wizard mashed together.
Yeah. Which is really kind of cool.
Yeah, it is a neat way to go about a new arcane class.
Yeah. Now, I will say with Arcanist, the downside is you don't get the school bonuses.
Right.
Which is a problem.
I mean, for the versatility that you get, I think you're still probably ahead, but...
I would agree. You're probably coming out definitely ahead.
Something to be mindful of, though.
I would very much agree to that. With... Oh, excuse me while I choke on a piece of noodle there. But with the arcane exploits, you can also make up for that, though. Because you can do all kinds of really, really fun shit.
Yes.
You can restore spells. You can counterspell a lot easier. Which is a handy thing to do.
Right.
Thank you, by the way, Mr. Dallas, for the check-in. Thank you, Kev, for the check-in as well. Hey, buddy. Puppy's at my feet. I'm trying to find us a nice place to set up our home, by the way, for the public server.
Right on.
So if you have any, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word.
Requests?
Yeah, I was going to say request is the word, but it's not quite the word I was looking for. Preferences.
Preferences, okay.
That was it. Preferences.
No, I mean, I think any typical biome is great. I will say it's nice to have access to spruce in this pack. Spruce trees.
Okay.
Just because they are the best for an early continual power rig that you can do.
Cool. Mr. Alex, I saw a post a long time ago about a sniper ranger that got a wizard that could open portals so they work together and just one-shot anything from anywhere. Yes, teamwork does make the dream work. That is very true, Dallas. Very true. Uh-oh. I hit a chunk that hadn't fully loaded.
Oops.
So the thing glitched.
Yeah.
So Arcanus is really good. I'm kind of playing one right now. Hey, Damien! He's He's getting up on the table. Thank you, Nug, for the Smurf check-in. I appreciate that. I'm looking for spruce. I'm finding a lot, and I mean a lot of oak.
Yeah, I mean, oak is the more typical one.
Yeah. And some birch. The ugliest wood in Minecraft. Or one of the ugliest, at least in base Minecraft.
That's fair.
What are you? Spruce! I found spruce.
Okay.
Not a lot of spruce, but some.
As long as we have
Give me a
one
second.
tree. Yeah.
Getting up on the table and grabbing what was in Melody's bowl.
Is it just me or is it smoky in here?
A little.
No, I think it was my glasses in response.
He almost forgot sheesh. That's A-okay. That's A-okay. I'm back. Alright, someone messaged me. What was that about? Alright, nothing important. Alright, so I think we found our base of operations because there's some mountains nearby for mining.
Yep. That's also a good handy thing to have.
There's also a nice green area here. And, I thought I did spawn. Did I not do spawn? Okay, spawn was there. Why didn't it, you know what? Oh, there's crate. There you go, crate waypoint. And I said spawn. Did I not put it there? Alright, so there's spawn.
Let you put it right on top of spawn.
It'll be close enough. Alright. By the way, this is the public server for all my viewers. If you want to play in our server, you can. There is a 30-person player limit. That's how many we can handle at the same time. Any more than that, and the poor server will crash.
Yeah, and this is the Texit pack, which is sort of a mix of Tekkit and Hexit,
Yeah,
right?
that's correct. Let me disconnect real quick. I'll show the exact pack. It's the Texit.
3.14 pi.
Yeah, 3.14 pi server. Now, mind you, there are 4 mods we added to it.
Yes.
Alright. I do want to state what those are. Chameleon, cooking with blockheads, simple storage, and storage drawers. So-
What's Chameleon do?
That is the one that's required for simple storage to work.
Ah, I see.
You have to have it for simple storage.
Gotcha.
If you don't have it, simple storage will just go and die.
Yeah.
So give me a second. I'm making a Minecraft mods folder. I'm gonna put it in there. And then I'm gonna upload a link to that on our Minecraft Discord channel.
Sure.
And take care of that. So that's being taken care of under pinned messages. Because we're gonna have to redo some of the pin message.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But we got it working. The public server's up.
I will have to check it out later.
Oh yes. Okay, it's up and going, so it means I need Minecraft mods. So with Arcanus, well, we got off topic.
Yes. As we sometimes do.
Yeah, we do that a lot. But that's A-okay. So public server, mod pack, Texit 3.14 pi, added mods, rules, no blowing up the planet, I'd say is a fair one.
Sure.
And the other one will be no excessive briefing. For now. If we need to add rules, we'll add rules.
Yeah.
So there's that. And we're going to pin this post. There you go. Pin it. Awesome. Done. We're done. Alright. Back to the topic at hand. Whew. Okay. So, if you're going to play an Arcanist, you're going to be building much like a wizard does.
Yep.
You need intelligence. You need a lot of intelligence. And that's important. But here's where Arcanist diverges from wizard. While you need Dex and while you need Con, much like wizards do, you also need Charisma.
Because it affects your pool, right?
It affects your pool. It also affects a lot of the DCs for your exploits.
Aha.
So, it is a secondary DC builder for all your special abilities. Damien, go elsewhere. Buddy,
Damien,
you
what do
can't
mean?
have my food. He's constantly trying to steal my pasta.
You don't get
Yeah.
human food. You have tummy problems.
No, go eat your dinner.
So, race-wise, humans are always a great option for everything.
Yeah.
Like, they are the gold standard for everything.
They're just too good.
Yeah, they are way too good at what they do. They're amazing. They're cool as hell. Alright, I'm going to watch this area for a bit and see how it works. And, oh, we also have plenty of animals, too.
Yes, one of the neat thing about the Texit pack is that there are some interesting varieties of animals.
We got tons of sheep, a few cows.
Oh, yeah, it looks like the normal sheep there, but I've seen in my Texit solo play some weird-looking sheep.
Yep. Elves also, by the way, make great arcanists. They get a bonus to intelligence, and their racial abilities help with that. And their favorite class bonus increases your arcane reservoir.
Which, yeah, lets you do more stuff.
Lets you do crazy stuff.
Very handy.
Now, there is an exploit I do want to recommend. Now, we are going to talk about the arcane exploits because that's a unique feature. Alright? Now, you get these exploits every odd level. So you get them the same time as you get a feat.
Right.
Alright? Definitely helpful. But, here's the kicker. There are some that are better than others. Alright? One of the best exploits out there, Glistening Fayhawks. I do not like humans. 2 point. That's fine. That's a-okay. That's why elves are there.
Oh, you got your
And other fun things. With some of the exploits you can get. Familiar, for instance. You can get a familiar like a wizard does.
Yep.
Damn helpful. And familiars are super helpful. You can get counterspell as an exploit. And then there's like a greater counterspell later. I think where I want to say greater counterspell or something.
I forget what it's called, but I think
Yeah.
you do get some kind of enhancement.
Yeah, greater counterspell. Now, some people say it's barely improved. I love it nonetheless. It is essentially for some, arcane pool. You do not have to spend a spell. You do not have to have knowledge of the enemy's spells. You don't have to do any crazy stuff, and you don't have to talk about your DM with any special rules to use the spell magic as a counterspell. You get to counterspell spells.
Right.
And you could do it really easily. It is devastating as a caster.
Mm-hmm.
Dimensional Slide is kind of cool. You get Dimension Door, essentially, for free. Or
Dimension Door is one of the great movement spells.
Yeah, or for cheap. Oh, give me a break. God damn it, dog. He just stole a mask.
Damien, what are you doing?
He had a mask.
Put it down on the floor.
I swear this dog is just gonna drive me up a wall. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright, they also can take item crafting and meta magic knowledge as a exploits. Those are kind of cool. There's potent magic. Hi, dog. Please get off my stuff. Please. You're gonna keep getting up in my junk, huh? Okay. So, what potent magic does is whenever you spend one pull from your... Will you shush? He just wants attention. Good gods. He just wants my food, to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
What is it?
I said bit of both.
Yeah, a bit of both. With potent magic, whenever you spend a point from your arcane reservoir to increase the caster level of a spell, your caster level increases by 2 instead of 1. And whenever
very nice.
Yeah, and whenever you hydrate, thank you, Marsh, for the ow, dog, thank you. I'm trying to drink. And whenever you spend a point to increase your spell's DC, you increase it by 2. Talk about the Artificer and drink. Well, we've already done Artificers though. That was last week, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, we did the Artificer as it appears in 5e, yeah.
Yeah, in 5e and in Pathfinder, I believe. Didn't we?
I mean, Pathfinder has Artificers that are mainly leftovers from 3.5.
Yeah, which can be really broken.
Yeah.
You gotta be really careful about that because, My brain just skipped several beats. Thank you, Faye. Fine, Pathfinder alchemists.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, dog, stop. Hi. Alright. So, alchemists, if you're looking for 5e alchemists, like, I can do, like, a quick rundown of that. It was relatively, like, make sure you build towards intelligence. If you want to be a support character, play alchemist, artificer. If you want to play damage dealer, do artillerist. That's a good one for 5e. Yeah, drugs, potions, and bombs, a trilogy of fun. In 5e, if you want to do tanking and damage, armor makes you essentially Iron Man to kick ass. And then there's Battlesmith, which is you get a metal puppy and you kick ass with it. You essentially become the quintessential boy and his dog.
Yeah.
Hi. Are you done? Are you done getting up my butt now? So I can actually talk to people? Or are you just going to keep getting up here? You know what? Come in here. Whoa, big dog. Ah. There's the puppy. So, yeah. Potent Magic's really good, though. I really recommend it for Arcanists.
And one of the things that I was just looking at the page and was reminded, this book basically focused on the ideas of hybrid classes, and the Arcanist is the Sorcerer Wizard hybrid class.
Yeah. Yeah, Sorcerer Wizard hybrid, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Quick study. You can prepare a spell in place of an existing spell by expending 1 point of your arcane reservoir. That's really kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, you're already very, very versatile, and that just means that if you absolutely have to have a particular clutch spell, you can get it.
Yeah, which is really helpful. Then there's, for the greater ones, there's one that stands out for me if you want to be damage dealing. And that's Burning Flame, which is whenever you use the Flame Arc exploit, which the Flame Arc exploit is... Where are you? Just saw it. You can unleash an Arc of Flame by expending 1 point from your Arcane Reservoir. It creates a 30-foot line of flame that deals fire damage equal to 1d6 plus your Charisma modifier plus an additional 1d6 for every 2 levels beyond first, to a maximum of 10d6 at 19th level to every target in the line. Creatures in the area effect can attempt reflex save to half the damage.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So, what the greater version does, which is Burning Flames, is you can spend 2 points from your Arcane Reservoir instead of 1, and if you do so, every target catches fire in that line, and if it fails its saving throw. And until the fire is extinguished, they will take 3d6 points of fire damage every turn.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
They can attempt a reflex save as a full round action to extinguish the flame, or apply at least 1 gallon of water per target to extinguish the flames. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Another cool one, I like this one. Counter Drain. Whenever you successfully use the counter spell exploit, you regain a number of points to your arcane reservoir equal to the level that the spell you just countered.
Yep.
It's like, feed me. Yes, keep casting spells.
If you know you're going up against an enemy spellcaster, that one is very, very useful.
Here's the thing, though. When I've talked to some people about this, they said that's situational.
I mean, it kind of is. I can see their point.
I see their point, but I see this as so useful, especially if you're going the counterspell build. It's like, why wouldn't you take this? It costs you nothing. And you get something in return.
Yeah.
And then the greater counterspell is whenever you use the counterspell exploit, you can expend a arcane spell of the same level or greater to be countered instead of spell level +1. The Arcanist must have the counterspell exploit to get this exploit. So greater counterspell allows you to match their spell level instead of having to go 1 level higher.
Right.
Which is very helpful.
Yes.
Especially at high level games. Because you don't want to expend those really high level spells.
Right.
And, excuse me, you combine that with the counter drain, and you can spend those points you get back from the expenditure to regain your spells.
Yeah.
That you just spent for counterspell.
Yeah.
So it's essentially, hi, I counterspell your spell at the cost of nothing. If not, I gain something in return depending on the level of spell.
Yeah, it can... I mean, the Arcanists are probably the best counterspell engine in Pathfinder.
Oh yeah, hands down. But that's them for the most part. Other than that, there's really not much to go over. Treat them much like a wizard in terms of gear, equipment, other fun things like that. I mean, I really can't really give much more information than that other than what we've already given in Wizard.
Yeah.
It's really kind of meh. So, there is that. Let's see what the next one is.
Blood Rager?
Blood Rager. Oh, goody. Let's get angry and cast spells.
Yeah, the Blood Rager's a weird one for me. I mean, I get where they're coming from, but it was not something that I ever had thought of doing on my own.
Yeah. I had someone play a Blood Rager, and I will say this about the spells. The best thing to do with your spell selections as a Blood Rager, don't pick combat spells. Don't pick damaging spells. What you want to pick is buff spells.
Yeah.
So buff yourself, and then go into combat. So that way, you can just give yourself, like, any enhancements you can do, even mirror image and all that other crazy shit, and then wade into combat, like, fully berserking and just wreck someone's face.
Yep. That's how you do it.
I dare say I'm being rained on. Just a little rain here. All right. I'll wait for I'll wait for the rain to stop, and then I'll actually start and collect some wood and shit. So Blood Rager, nothing too crazy. They are a multi-attribute dependent class.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a mashup of Barbarian and Sorcerer, so yeah, you can pretty much guess that you're going to have to deal with everything that a Barbarian wants to deal with, plus Charisma.
You know what I forgot to do in the Minecraft channel of the Discord?
No?
I forgot to put the IP address.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't really looked for it yet, obviously, but...
Yeah, I kind of need to give them that IP address, or else they won't be able to join.
Indeed.
Because this is the public server. Everybody can join. Alright, there we go. Boom. There you go. Oh. There you go, doggy. Alright. Yeah, because Marsh, everybody's able to join this server. We do have a limit of 30 people that can join. It's not as bad as MC Eternal for system requirements.
Yes, it is much more constrained.
Get down!
By at least half. If not more.
Damien!
In terms of number of mods, yes, but that's not always the metric that I would recommend.
Well, also the server,
Like the RAM requirements?
the RAM requirements is for every gig of RAM you get 5 people.
Okay, well then, yeah, that's
Where-
substantially better.
Which with MC Eternal was every gig and a half of RAM was 1 person.
That'll do it, yeah.
So significantly less requirements.
Yep.
Blood Ragers. Alright. Stat-wise, you want strength. You want lots of strength. You need at least a minimum of 14 to cast your spells. In Charisma, you need lots of con because you're going to be only in medium armor. You have a D10 for your hit points. And con gives you extra blood range rounds. And you want a decent dex to keep your AC high so you don't get killed. Because you're in medium armor.
Worth noting that, yes, you don't necessarily have to max out Charisma, especially if you're focusing on, like, buff spells, because, I mean, your Charisma will give you a few extra casts, but you don't have to worry about save DCs if you're mostly doing buffs, so...
Yeah. We got a few trees. Oh, we also have pigs. Dude, we got pigs.
Piggy, piggy, piggy.
Yeah, we got pork, we got mutton. Not a lot of trees around us, though.
Like I said, as long as I have access to 1 spruce sapling, I can work from
It's
that.
a pleasure as always. Hope to see you again soon, Hatter. Yeah, you too, Nug. You have a great night. I gotta wait until it's daytime. Okay. For races, look for anything that gives you some strength. Charisma is nice to have, but hardly essential. Anything that gives you some extra HP is also good. So, self-explanatory. With Blood Rager, you're looking at a 2-handed weapon. Much like a barbarian.
Yeah.
And that's Blood Rager. I mean, I don't know this class well enough to really go too deep into it. But I've seen a player play it for a little bit, and it very much seems like buff yourself, wade into combat, kill.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for simplicity.
Yep. The next one down the list, because I know some of these classes we're going to get through quickly, and others we're going to sit down and talk for a while because we know it better. Brawler.
Right, the Brawler.
Brawler is fighter and monk. Do you want to play a monk that wears armor? Because that's a brawler.
You want to play a monk that apparently doesn't have any of the mystic monk abilities?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, you can have fun as a brawler, but... yeah.
You give up some of your mystic abilities, but you still beat ass. And I mean, you really beat ass if you're well designed.
To my mind, the brawler was interesting. The only problem was that when they fixed the monk with Pathfinder Unchained, I felt like the brawler sort of lost its reason to be.
That's fair. I can see that. I think the biggest advantage with Monk, the brawler, is the armor and weapon abilities.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to do a certain particular kind of flavor, then yes, it's going to do that better than monk. I'm just saying that, generally speaking, the monk is, once it got fixed and unchained, going to be a more efficient ass beater.
Yeah. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Hi, Damien. Back off, buddy.
You don't need his food. You have your own.
Dog keeps trying to steal my food. Alright. So, that is the advantage of the brawler. I would say I've built a brawler myself as an NPC. And I've seen it played in Rise of the Rune Lords. Mark's son, Alex, played a brawler. And he did a decent job at it. Like,
Yeah.
You can't chase your own tail.
he kind of did beat ass. Would I say he was the king of ass beating? No. But he still did a good job.
Yeah.
I'd say the biggest weakness of the brawler is defensive power.
Okay. Yeah.
It lacks defense ability.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, that would be, and again, I have to bring this up, but it's like, it just doesn't have the panache of a monk. You get all these cool key abilities, and the brawler's like, I punch stuff real good, and for a certain kind of campaign, that's awesome.
Yeah,
It's just, yeah.
There's
the
another
motion
advantage
martial
to the brawler, I would say. And I want to make sure I'm reading this correctly because I want to make sure. Yep, alignment any. If you want to play it, if you want to play a chaotic monk,
absolutely,
that's your way around it. Because monks have to be lawful. It does say on their class, like, lawful. So, god damn it.
Knock it off.
So if you want to play like a slightly little off monk, that's the way to do it. Like, you could just play a guy who goes, I like to just hit people and beat ass and all that shit. And you're like, oh, okay.
Knock it off.
Welcome to the team, pal. You know what? I'm going to take these saplings anyway. And I'm going to plant them somewhere else.
yeah.
Once I get all this down.
He is so confused by the slush.
I know he is. The dog is experiencing snow and slush for the first time.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the f is happening?
Looking at it.
Now, don't get me wrong, the first time you saw snow was freaking adorable. I loved it.
Why did you protect it from me?
Because I didn't have a camera. Like, what do you want from me?
Go potty.
I realize I should be chopping this from the top down. So that way I can get the leaves as I go down. The other advantage for Brawler, I would say, is they can also do things that monks normally traditionally can't.
Okay.
They do get more. They do get more feats than monks do.
True.
And their and they also have a maneuver list that is more flexible than a monk.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think this one does have a tree chop type mod where if you take out the bottom,
you have to use an axe.
Oh, you do have to use an axe for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to use an axe. Once I build an axe, then I'll be doing that. But until then, This is what I got to do. Once I'm done with this tree, I'm gonna go build an axe.
Yeah. Gotcha.
What else was I gonna say?
The brawler has more feats, so you can do things that are feat intensive.
Yeah, more feats. There's maneuvers. They have specialty maneuvers based on their class.
Yeah.
So if you are like for example, coming in from 5e, and you're very much a fighter battle master fan, brawler may be your cup of tea because they'll do a lot of the same stuff.
Sure.
Which is kind of neat. Oh, hi there. Can you promptly catch fire and die? Thank you. He's stuck under that tree. Ow. He nicked me. He got me good. Alright. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build me a crafting table and a box. AKA the safety box.
Safety box. It's a safety box.
Yeah. I should probably make the safety box bigger.
No, Damien, no.
Now that I think about it.
Move.
Because I want to have it big enough to have a treasure chest in it.
Come here.
Yeah.
Come here.
So 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. That should be big enough for a treasure chest in there. Yeah, and several crafting things.
Hi. What do you want?
Let's see what are fun. Roleplay things. Because we didn't cover. I should put this down. Let's build me some sticks. Because I need an axe. I'll need at least a axe.
Yeah, at least one.
For now. So I can chop down trees faster. Oh, and...
Hi, did I get it? Did I find it?
3. It's always really annoying that they give you 3 doors. But at the same time, useful.
Yeah.
What you doing? What you doing?
Oh.
What you doing? Hi, bud. What you doing?
Alright, need to go get some trees. Alright, first things first, let's plant these trees. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there. I think they have to be 3 spaced apart.
Ow! That's my bow, buddy.
I would at least
What tree
leave
is
3,
that?
yeah.
Alright, there's 4.
Which
1,
tree
2,
is it? 'Cause
3.
certain trees
Spruce.
that may not grow here.
It grew in this environment already,
Okay.
hon. That's where I chopped it.
Do you like the screeches?
1, 2, 3.
Fine.
There we go. Alright. So, Alex playing the Brawler, I will say he did an okay job. If I was going to give him any advice, I would have said, hey, the tree thing didn't work.
A tree capitator?
Yeah, the tree capitator didn't work.
Huh, are
Might not
you
be in the
trying to
trap.
hit any buttons while you're doing that?
No. I'm
Okay.
Hi, bud. Hey, that's my bulb.
I thought I remembered it doing that.
It did it in single player.
Huh.
I guess it doesn't... I guess we'll have to wait to Tinker's one, because I know that one does it.
Hi. Hi.
That's very weird.
No, don't.
Hey, the
do
leaves
not
should
put your
decay
ears
on
all the
their
way up.
own.
I like them
Yeah.
flappy. I like your flappy ears.
Yeah, it's not doing it.
Yeah,
I might have to check into the settings and see if the tree capitator's
look
on.
I don't remember if it's Tree Capitator or another similar mod, but it had something that was doing that, so... Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, that's very strange. I want to check something. I don't like doing this, but I just want to at least check it. Where's the lumber axe? I should type in lumber. Alright, let's do wooden lumber axe. See what happens. No, it's not doing it. And the lumber axe instantly disintegrated. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a little worried now. This is not good.
Well, I mean, we can always ask on the Texit Discord.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, what happened? Because, like, it works in single player, but not in our server.
I mean, it could be a variation between the server version of the pack and the single player version. Some of them.
Yeah, that might be it.
Or it could be just a setting that's toggleable.
Yeah, let me see. I think it was called Tree Capitator.
Okay.
No,
it's set to true.
Do you need to go potty? Are you
Log.
potty
Flag to disable drops in creative mode. Yeah, we already did that. It's weird. I think we're gonna have to message their Discord. That's a bizarre thing.
Yeah, I mean, as far as problems go, that's pretty
Mild.
Yeah.
All right.
Considering some of the crap that we ran into with, MC Eternal.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Well, we'll see. Alright, so the next class to talk about is Hunter.
Yes, the Hunter, the Druid Ranger. I actually am in a campaign with someone right now who is playing someone with some Ranger levels and some Hunter levels and something else. So it's like he's a Ranger, basically.
Yeah, it's like wait, what?
I guess go you, man.
Animal companion, if for a hunter, is a little bit more potent.
Yes.
I remember that much. It can be crazy potent. Then you
and
get
if you don't have the animal companion, you can apply the buff to yourself, I think.
Yeah. Which is nice.
Yes.
You get teamwork feats.
Yes.
Also damn helpful.
Mm-hmm.
You can get your companion to become intelligent. And then you can give them complex instructions to scout for you. And see through their eyes.
Yes. Basically upgrades them to familiar-like status.
Then there's the animal focus abilities, which are really cool.
Uh-huh.
The raise animal companion is neat, so if your animal companion dies, you can bring them back. Which is really helpful.
Yep.
No, I probably should just cut a hole in this real quick. Oh, that didn't help. Oh, Inquisition's here.
The Inquisition, what a show.
Yeah, he's here. Run! Alright. Thank you, Insane Lawyer, for the check-in. I appreciate that. Alright. Alright, now we have a window. I wonder why the tree thing is not working. That is a little bizarre. But that's okay. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. We got our public Minecraft server up. So we're running that. We're talking about some D&D stuff. Oh, I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Which is A-okay. And we were talking about hunters today.
Well, yes, amongst others.
Amongst others. We're going down the list of classes because some of these are just... There's not much to go into. Until we hit the big notes.
Yes.
Hunters love wisdom, which is really cool. I mean, they're a 2/3 caster, so you don't need to go too crazy with it. Dexterity is super useful. Con is always great. Strength is great.
Damien, knock it off.
And charisma's
No.
not all that important.
Yeah.
Like, I could see it being
Knock it
important,
off.
but it's not like the most necessary thing ever.
Right.
So there is that. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of cool. You know what? I should change one of my tags. What do I want to use?
Damien, no.
Get rid of that and say
Damien, knock it off.
I'll do playing with viewers as the last tag. There you go. Because we're letting people on the server after all.
Right.
Knock it off.
For skills, Handle Animal is like a must-have on this class compared to any other class we've ever discussed. This is the class you need to Handle Animal.
Do you actually need it for your companion?
Yes.
Okay.
It says
At least until they become intelligent.
required to train your animal companion, and if your GM is handling your companion rules as written, essential to keep your animal companion under control in combat.
Okay.
You have to have this skill.
Like I said, at least until they become intelligent.
Yeah, and then in which case, you can get around it. Heal is useful. Knowledge engineering is cool. Knowledge nature, really helpful. Perception, most rolled skill in the game, naturally.
Down. No.
If you have an animal companion you can ride, by all means, take ride. Super helpful.
Stop.
And if you are taking a riding animal companion, take the lance as a weapon.
Sure, yeah, get that charge multiplier.
Yeah, that ×3 multiplier. Because that's going to hurt. Especially if you crit on that.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be like, oh, hi, you dead now.
Yeah, all the most disgusting damage combos I've seen in Melee are based around that charge damage multiplier for lance-like weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Get down. Lay down.
Okay, so we got that. What
You
else
pick
am I
yourself with
missing?
your own damn tail.
Meryl is a sweet
Oh, Squidgy's
girl,
here.
but there's a whole lot of crazy in that little package.
In all the time you've known me, have I ever given you the impression that I was turned off by crazy?
Okay, point
There,
taken.
Stop.
Alright. So we got the hovel. We'll get some stone to get a stove in here.
Sure.
And then I'll start getting crops. So I don't starve. Alright, so that's Hunter. Hunter you could do some cool stuff with. Like I said, the lance. Combo the fucking. I swear, every time that goes off, you smile and I twitch.
To be fair, I can't hear it go off because of the way we're set up on Discord, but I can hear your reaction, which is always funny.
I'm sure it's fucking hilarious. Oh, by the way, keep the rotten flesh.
Down.
Because the rotten flesh is useful.
Okay.
If you cook rotten flesh, it turns into leather.
Okay.
Which will be helpful for books and stuff.
Yes.
Damien.
Though I will note that for books, you can use string and tinker plans, like the blank
Yep.
plans, as an alternate cover type deal.
Yep.
Knock
Alright.
it off.
We have plenty of gravel
Excellent.
Damien.
and sand. We have some sand.
You want to get thrown in your kennel?
Excellent.
We just need
Play.
clay. Yeah. I saw a mod on this game once that was it actually incorporated pollution into Minecraft.
Yep.
And then eventually Mother Nature basically fights back.
Stop. Lay down.
By like spawning tornadoes and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, that's horrifying.
Knock
It's like, can you be carbon neutral? I bet you can't. Because if you...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, because if you can't, Mother Nature's going to come over and fuck you.
Well, the trick is to get started, then start cleaning up your mess. After you've, industrialized and messed things up, you can try to unmess it up. At least to some degree.
Some degree. It's like, please God, let me clean this up.
I have not seen a wizard's tower yet. I wonder if they decreased the rate at which they spawn.
Probably. But, yeah, let's see. Who's next? Who's the next talkie person?
Oh.
Investigator.
One of my all-time favorites.
And Squidgy's as well.
Love the Investigator.
Yeah.
Great class.
It's like, do you want to play an alchemist, but you don't want to focus on all the crazy potion making? You want to do, like fucking know all the things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Van Jock, welcome. Thank you for the Smurf love. I appreciate it. Yeah. Investigator. Christ. This is one we may be talking about for a while. Alright, so investigators. The most important stat you need for investigators, hands down, no argument at all. Intelligence.
Yeah.
A lot of your skills use intelligence, and you need skill points.
Yep.
And you need a fuck ton of them. Not to mention... sorry,
you're doing the Sherlock Holmes thing, and, yeah. And intelligence is the way to go.
Yeah, not to mention, also... Your DC is also intelligence-based.
Mm-hmm.
So you need the intelligence. Like,
You can pump that baby up with a lot of stuff in back.
so you need the crap out of it. A good second stat is, if anything, I'd say Dex.
Yeah. Yeah. Try to avoid getting hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe pick a ranged weapon to go with it.
Right, I know there's a way to do this. I think it's this. Nope. Okay. If I could write today. Oh. Wait, I don't have JEI installed?
What?
Nani? It says server must have JEI installed.
It should be installed.
Yeah.
Maybe this is something weird going on with the installations. Maybe
the maybe when I put the server onto the online thing, it didn't put the JEI on.
Yeah, it could be. That might also be what's going on with Tree Capitator. Maybe like a missing config or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now. That's a problem.
You can figure it out. I've got faith in you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later. I mean, we can at least get the start going. All right. Oh, excuse me. But investigators. Oh my God. Oh boy.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a big fan just because I dig the Sherlock Holmes vibe.
Yep. Sherlock Holmes vibe is good. That's not a terrible thing. Gonna burn me some oak saplings. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. Save those. But, so, investigators, if you're going to build one, you want to consider various things. Alright? One, what knowledges you want to have, if not all of them. And if you're going to go all knowledges, you need to make sure that the rest of the party understands this.
Yep.
Damien, quick, time to pull apart the blanket.
Because if they don't understand that's what you're doing, you can easily step on someone else's toes.
Right.
And that makes for a very unhappy party.
Yep, that is always true.
So avoid that to the best of your ability. Yesterday I played Minecraft and we found a warden. That thing was scary as hell. Yeah, wardens are not fun. Luckily, you have not had to deal with those, Gamera.
Oh.
Wardens are in newer versions of Minecraft.
Ah, I see.
They're in the ancient cities. They're attracted by sound. And they shoot sound at you.
Okay.
And it hurts a lot. Like
Fair enough.
they'll straight up kill you real quick, even if you're in high grade armor.
Sounds unpleasant.
Yep. But in return, you can get some cool stuff from their area. Alright, so I'm gonna put 8 there, 8 there. Put that there, that there, that there. Need some sticks. Need some cobblestone.
Damien, damn.
Because we're gonna build 2 stone axes.
Quick,
Bonk.
time to get under the blanket.
Alright, that should be enough.
Bark at me again and I will find you a damn muzzle.
Oh, and then the dog are fighting. Fun things with it. The
Ow!
investigator. Use that study strike. That's going to be your best friend. That's a lot of extra damage. You don't have to be a melee character. Some people think you have to. You just have to be within 30 feet.
You bit me.
So, I mean, that is annoying, but it is still doable.
Yep.
And it's an interesting way to essentially get the equivalent of a rogue sneak attack without having to sneak.
Yeah, yeah. And for the record, this is a mix of the rogue and the alchemist.
In his kennel.
Yes.
But he's in his kennel. He nipped me.
He nipped you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
He
good.
actually snapped at me, nipped me, so he's in his kennel.
Yep, he goes into his kennel for that.
He didn't catch much, but it was enough to. That wasn't a play by. That was he didn't like getting hold of something and tried to think he could be in charge. He learned that does not work.
Wait, give me a second. There's something else I want to make sure is in here. Yeah, Pam's is in here. Okay, good. Because all I'm finding is the base seeds, and I'm like, where's Pam's?
You might have to only get them out of the stupid bin.
I know, I'm just, in my single player game, I was getting all kinds of seeds from the grass.
Yeah, it could be that something's funky with the load. That might also explain why you're seeing all the vanilla sheep.
Yeah. Why we're only getting vanilla stuff. I hope that updating it won't mess with it. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Worth playing with later on tonight.
Oh yeah. So that's gonna be a thing.
The only thing I will say is that it probably won't mess with the world too much as it exists, but it's possible that there are things that should have generated in the world that now won't have generated in the world if the mods were funky.
Yeah. Which means we'll have to go some distance to get them. If that's the case. Or, or find an alternative method to get them.
Yep.
The market bins have them.
Yeah. Well, not just seeds, hon. We're talking about, like, ores and stuff.
Yeah, like ores. I was thinking particularly of the Tinker's ores.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's not terrible. I wouldn't be happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, we could also, regenerate the world and once we figure out what's going on with the mod packs.
Yeah. Just means we'll have to reset up, that's all.
Yep.
Not the worst thing I've seen, but wouldn't be, my first choice. Alright.
Let's see.
Alright, so we got 8 charcoal. Cool. Let's burn us some more. And then when the night comes day again, we'll be able to plant some stuff. So now while we wait, we'll discuss more investigator. Alright.
I am going to go take a soak because he's kennelled.
Love you.
No, he's not allowed out.
I figured. Like a rogue, they do get trap finding. They do get the ability to understand poisons. Very helpful. I'd say the best way to think about an investigator is think of them as the anti-rogue.
I mean, sure, I can see where you're going with there.
Well, in the traditional sense. In a traditional sense, a rogue is about stealing, stabbing, and, generally breaking the law. Alright? An investigator is the opposite of that. They're trying to stop the people from breaking the laws.
Yeah.
That's kind of their shtick, at least roleplay wise.
Sure.
So it makes sense. But I will say they are the kings of knowing things.
Yeah, they really give bards a run for their money in that department.
I wouldn't say give bards a run for their money. They basically trump bards in it.
Do they get, I have to remember, do they get the jack of all trades thing? Let me look here. Investigator
For
talent,
all
key.
knowledge checks, yes. An investigator can attempt all knowledge checks untrained.
Okay. So, I mean, basically, he does the bard thing just like the bard does.
Yeah. And then on top of it, they have the inspiration die.
The inspiration die is actually my favorite mechanic of theirs. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I get a bonus D6, on all my stuff. But mind you, I have to expend the die, unless it's knowledge, linguistics, or spellcraft, in which case I can expend it and not lose it ever.
Right.
So right there's that. And then on top of that, I believe there's Eidetic Recollection. They can take a 10 on all knowledge checks, even if they're in danger or distracted.
Yeah.
And they can use an inspiration to take a 20 instead. So that's fucking insane.
Pretty cool.
Oh, it's an R1. That's a great example. Tenacious Inspiration. You roll twice, take the higher result.
Yeah.
They can get that ability to not expend an inspiration die on one skill with one of their abilities outside their standard thing. There's Amazing One, which is a D8 instead of a D6.
Yeah.
And if you have the true inspiration ability, you add 2d8 to the dice instead of 2d6.
Nice.
So it's like, dang.
Yeah, they are a intense skill monkey.
Yeah, especially with knowledge.
Yes.
Now, knowledge is their shtick. I could have sworn they had something that let them add something to their level. They get to add half their level to perception checks to locate traps and disable device, which is helpful. But rogues get that as well.
Yep.
Shoe fly, don't bother me. Trying to think of another good one. Where was it? It's always hard to remember all of them.
I mean, yeah, there's so much content.
Yeah, Pathfinder has an insane amount of them. Study combat, swift alchemy. Yeah, I don't see anything there. So that's kind of some crazy shit there.
Yeah.
Talent breakdown. Let's see if there's any talents here that aren't in the standard book. Quick study. I think that was in there. There's a bunch of rogue and alchemist talents, which are always cool. Yeah, let's go. No, nothing new. I was checking an alternate source.
Right on.
So there's that. I put fences in my windows so that way they can't shoot through the window.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, go elsewhere, creeper. Alright, so I can put the spruce back. I do want you. 2 of you. You 2. Ho. Let's see. Anything else about basically investigators that I want to mention? Accelerated drinker's a good feat.
Sure.
Because that is really kind of cool. Extra inspiration is really cool. Extra talents are really useful. Weapon finesse is damn helpful. If you can swing slashing grace, that's kind of a neat ability.
Yeah.
But that's a bit of an investment.
Sure. Not for everybody.
Yeah, definitely not for everybody. For extracts, because investigators get extracts. Crafter's Fortune's kind of cool. You can use that to make your alchemy stuff better. Adhesive Spittle, damn helpful. For first level. Second level, Alchemical Allocation. That's kind of neat. Fourth level, I don't see any thirds that stand out to me, though. Fourth level, you got False Life Greater, which is damn helpful.
You only thought I was dead.
Yep. Hey, all those temporary HP. Huzzah. Hi, can you please go somewhere else? No? Oh, okay. Please don't blow up.
You are gambling, sir.
Yeah, I know. But they're in front of my house. They're going to still be there in the daytime.
Yeah, I would probably dash past them in the daytime and just move out farther.
I'm trying, but... Alright, one down.
Congrats.
Yeah, here's the second one. Get away from my house!
That's my safety box.
That's my safety box, asshole. Oh, are you kidding me? More of them. Alright. How many do I got? I got 26. Okay, this could work.
Do you not have torches yet?
No. That comes later. Torches come later. That,
I mean, you could make charcoal as long as you've got wood in a furnace.
yeah, I've been making charcoal. I just need more.
Okay.
And I plan on making torches. It's just I need some actual like wood again.
Oh, okay.
And I really need that tree capitator shit. I don't know why it's not working. I think because the JEI is off. That tells me other things got to be off too.
Yeah, and like I said, there's a lot of vanilla stuff you're getting, and haven't seen a lot of drops that are not vanilla.
Yeah, because it said vanilla server.
Yeah.
That tells me something's off.
So
let me try something.
Yeah.
All right. FileZilla. Oh, it didn't save the information. That's annoying. All right. I love it when it doesn't do that. All right. That.
So let's see, what else do we have coming up this evening? We've got the Shaman, which is one I've never played. The Scald, the Slayer, which I do like.
Okay,
the
so
Swashbuckler.
So the Shaman is a mixture of the Oracle and the Cleric, I believe.
Oracle and Witch.
Witch. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on here? Okay, they're here.
Could also check the logs and see if anything popped unusual when it was loading
Drag
stuff.
the jar to mods. To add Project E. Okay, I don't care about Project E. Scripts. I think we're gonna have to delete the world and redo it.
Do you have an idea what went wrong?
Not yet. I'm looking.
Okay.
It is an examination process, so please forgive me.
Nope, that's totally fine.
Alright, so here's the mods. So here's the question. The mods in here are the same, I think. $112 files. Yep, it's the exact same thing. So this has 13 files. This has 11. What is missing? Oh, band players. Okay, ops. That's fine. 112.2 JSON. Okay, override. Can I open it? No. Okay. Just let me open it. You're gonna be a pain in my butt.
It wouldn't be modded Minecraft if it wasn't at least a little bit of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I know. To JSON. No, I don't want to. Can you? I just want to open it. I don't want to transfer it back and forth. Jackasses. Okay, that's not going to help me. Fuck me, man. So with oracles, the cool thing with oracles, it's a lot like Witch, where you get your spells from your familiar.
Or you mean your shaman?
Yeah, shaman. Yeah, shaman gets their spells from their familiar, like the Witch.
Yeah.
Which is kind of neat. That's kind of an interesting way of doing things.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to turn it off completely. I just wanted to... Ay. The advantage of that is, like, you never lose your spell book.
Right, yeah. You never have to worry about that, which is very nice, as you say.
You're right. But it does come with a downside. Like, your spell book can't be stolen easily. because most people won't know that your familiar is your spellbook.
Right.
But, with that being said, if your familiar gets, say, killed,
Sure.
your spellbook is gone.
You can still get your familiar back, I think, right?
Yes, you do have
You
to
just have to do the ritual thingy.
Yeah, you have to do the ritual thingy and get it back. Which is interesting, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Maybe since I named it custom for the jar, that's why it's not working. Because the thing told me to name it custom jar.
Which jar did you rename to custom jar?
Give me a second. I will tell you as soon as I fucking pull it up. Minecraft _ server 1.12.2.
Yeah, that seems like a possibility.
Yeah, let's try renaming that and see if it lets me. Okay, we're gonna rename that. Copy. Rename. See if this works better. And we'll delete the world and see if that we'll let it respawn the world and see if that works.
Yeah.
As soon as it's done.
Processing.
Yeah, it's processing. It's gonna take a little while. So yeah, how do I want to explain Oracle is definitely an interesting class.
Shaman.
God, why do I keep fucking saying Oracle?
Because Oracle's a better class.
God damn it. My brain just keeps going, you dumbass. Stop saying this class.
Yes.
Alright, so Shaman. You get you get the spells like a cleric. Slightly different list though. You get a spirit, which is your familiar.
Yes.
You get hexes though.
Yes,
So,
like the witch.
like the witch. So here's my thing. If you want to play a more support witch, play a shaman.
Yeah, I could see that.
Shamans are better support witches in terms of buffing your allies.
Okay.
Where witches are support by debuffing your enemies.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, it's how do you want to aid your allies? Do you want to debuff your enemies or do you want to buff your allies? Pick your flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of neat. You also get cleric domains, which is kind of cool. You're going to be a wisdom character, 100%. So there is that. You get knowledge of nature, planes, and religion. All three are important for you. Heal, also useful to you. And spellcraft will be important to you.
Mm-hmm.
For the one thing I try not to touch on magic art items too much, unless it's like something that really stands out.
Right.
Other than celestial armor. Because let's be brutally honest, celestial armor is like one of the best armors in the goddamn game.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. It is hands down. It's hard to beat it.
Yeah, I mean, it just does so many things, and then you top the fly speed on top of it.
Yeah. You know what I forgot to do? Oh, wait. Let me see. Did I leave it running? I probably did. Okay, back. Back. Console. Oh, no, I need to hit start again. No, stop. Okay, let's refresh the FTP. Okay, so it hasn't refreshed the world. That's good. So let's restart the server.
Like, you do have the Texit or your Texit menu there.
Okay.
So clearly, some elements of the mods are loading.
Yeah, no, this is my my Texit thing. For server type, I have to select the item, the name of the jar. So give me a second. God damn it! It's gonna make me do this the hard way. It is a forge, I believe.
Yeah, it should be Curse Forge.
Yeah, we gotta figure out which version. It said 112.2, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess 10.2 to 10.18. I think it's this one. I don't know.
What are your options?
A lot. Like auto updating 119, 119, 118, 118.
So all the newer versions.
Yeah, and then it goes down to like 1.8, 110, 113. I think this is it right here.
112.2.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Oh, save. All right. Let's see if this lets me start the server with that. I really wish it would just let me have the file access both. All right. So the Forge is in there, and the Minecraft server's in there. I feel like this is going to end badly. Like, my instincts are going, I think this is going to go bad.
I mean, I guess it could. But it's not like it's going to download a virus that's going to jump out of your computer and kick your dog.
Server stopped. Updating EULA. Okay. It's doing its thing. So we're gonna wait on that. Yeah. So while that's going on, goddamn. The item I do want to mention is rods.
Okay.
There are rods that actually affect hexes.
Okay.
There's the rod of abrupt hexes, which allows you to use a hex as a swift action.
Nice.
And then there's the rod of voracious hexes.
Okay.
What that does is 3 times a day when the wielder uses the rod hex, cannot be advanced or grand hex, you can use this rod to not only target the normal target, but another target within 30 feet. So essentially, you can target 2 targets with your hex.
Right.
Alright, it's not working. It keeps crashing.
I'm sure it's some little silly step that we're missing.
Yeah, I bet you good money it is. It's like, it's a custom server type, but it's like, I have a server thing name, and I have to use that name, and it's not letting me use that name.
Okay.
Because it's Minecraft server 112.2 jar.
Right.
That's what it has to be named.
But it wants you to rename it.
But yeah, but Shockbite wants me to rename it due to server type.
Okay.
It's like, come on, guys.
This seems like a problem that someone should have run into before. It might be worth Googling around a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're almost through these classes. Maybe we'll just power through them and worry about the Minecraft in a bit.
Yeah, we'll do that, and then I'll fuck with the Minecraft in a bit. It's a little annoying, but it happens.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get it.
I want to strangle whoever designed this to not make it simple. Ay, ay, ay. Scald.
Yes.
We have a Scald in my current in-person game.
How's that going? Because I've never had anybody play one.
Do you want my honest opinion or do you want a nice opinion?
I mean, honest, always.
I feel like Scald is a shittier version of Bard.
That's fair.
It really just... They replace the Inspire songs, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Inspire Courage, for instance.
Yeah.
Where you get that +1 to attack and damage.
Yep.
They replace it with Inspired Rage.
Okay.
Which means all your allies are under the effect of rage. Which gives them +2 strength, +2 con, +1 will saving throws, -1 AC, and they can't do any charisma, dexterity, intelligence-based skills, can't do anything that requires patience or concentration, and can't cast spells.
Right.
That hurts.
Yep.
So much. That is a shittier version of Inspire Courage by a large margin.
Yeah, it goes from not helping wizards all that much to absolutely fucking them over.
Yeah, it was just like, I am not a fan at all of that one ability.
Mm-hmm.
Like, good God, it aggravates me to no end. They get Song of Marching, which allows them to move faster without suffering fatigue.
Cool.
Which is okay if you're doing overland movement.
Yep.
Song of Strength, which gives them superhuman feats of strength each round while they do the performance. They get to add half the Scald's level to strength checks or a strength skill check.
Uh-huh.
Okay, not great, not bad. Dirge of Doom. This ability causes your enemies to become shaken within 30 feet of the Scald.
Pretty good.
It cannot cause a creature to become frightened or panicked, though. So if they're already shaken, nothing happens.
Right, but that still making them shaken is good.
And then the last one is Song of the Fallen. At 14th level, they can temporarily revive dead allies to continue fighting with the same limitations as Raised Dead. They can select a dead ally within 60 feet, expense 1 round of Raging Song to bring that ally back to life. The revived ally is alive, but staggered. Each round, the Scald can expend another 1 round of Raging Song to keep that ally alive for another round. The ally automatically dies if the Scald ends their performance or is interrupted. The Scald can revive multiple allies with this ability, either at the same time or over successive rounds, but must spend 1 round of Raging Song per ally.
And that's a really cool thematic ability.
Thematically, amazing. Combat-wise, worthless.
Yeah.
Because they're staggered.
Yeah.
If they weren't staggered, I would say it is the best ability I've fucking ever seen used by a bard. Otherwise, it is worthless.
So the Scald seems very themed to, okay, we've got a bunch of fighters and barbarians. We want to go kick some ass, like, Viking style.
Yep.
How do we do that? Okay, cool. We've got a bard dude that can sing inspiring songs. Awesome.
And they get rage powers. Like a barbarian does.
Yeah, and that's great.
Yeah, it's thematically amazing, and I love the theming of it. It's just this class needs to be reworked in a major way. Like, all of the abilities of this class need a major rewriting if you want to make it useful. Dirge of Doom, I would say, kind of keep it as is. The shaking is kind of cool. The Song of Strength, it's cool, little thematic thing out of game, sure. Same with Song of Marching. Inspired Rage, it doesn't say whether or not allies have to choose whether or not they can be affected. So, one of the things I would put in there immediately as a DM to make it fair is you have to choose whether or not you're affected by that song.
Right.
Just so the spellcasters don't get boned.
Yep.
Otherwise, this class is going to piss off half your players at your table. They are going to literally go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Welcome, traveler.
Welcome, Bearded Gamer. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the tavern. Grab yourself a mug of ale, pull up a chair, have fun. Don't fireball my damn tavern. I'd also rewrite Song of the Fallen. I would remove the staggered condition. That is the biggest rewrite I'd do for that. Because they're already using Raging Song to keep the person alive.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend, how are you? I'm doing all right. You? I'm doing great. I mean, you're already expending a already limited resource to keep your allies alive, to allow them to do things. And it has the same limitations as Raise Dead. So,
Yeah.
That already grants 2 negative levels.
2?
2.
Wow.
Coming back from the dead is an ordeal. The subject of the spell gains 2 permanent negative levels when it's raised.
Wow.
If the
I did
subject,
not remember that.
Yep, if the subject is first level, they take 2 points of Constitution drain instead.
Yikes.
A character who has died with its spells prepared has a 50% chance of losing any given spell upon being raised. Sorcerers have a 50% chance of losing any given unused spell slots whenever they're raised. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm glad. So, yeah. So, you lose 2 levels on top of, all this shit.
Yep.
It just seems like staggered is just, like, more punishment that you don't need.
That's fair.
At 20th level, the Scald's Rage no longer gives allies a penalty AC, nor limits skills or abilities they can use. So basically, the spellcasters get fucked until the Scald reaches level 20.
Right.
That's bullshit. Also, they get the equivalent of haste. Everybody gets the equivalent of haste.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I would say if you're looking to play a Scald, just play a Bard and put a Viking theme on yourself.
Yep.
Just call it a day. Slayer.
I like the Slayer.
Slayer's a fun class. Oh boy. Alright, so you get studied targets and studied damage. So, for example, your studied target you can do your sneak attack damage on, and that hurts.
Yeah.
Like, damn. You get track, which is neat. You get some cool, unique talents that are kind of cool. Like deadly range is being cool. What tabletop game are we talking about? I'm big into Warhammer 40k. We are talking about Pathfinder right now, but we are, me and CandidGamera are both 40k fans. Which faction would you like to say that is you're a fan of?
I mean, I play a lot of them, but if I had to pick one, it's the Blood Angels.
Yeah, that would be my thing. I've seen you do Blood Angels a lot. Me, I am the plasma spamming weeaboo communist fish people. Otherwise known as the Tau.
Yep. For the greater good.
Yeah, Night Lords all the way for the Inquisition. How about you, Bearded Gamer? What faction are you into? If I had to pick a Space Marines chapter, I'm Salamanders. Or, shit, what's the ones that are, like, slightly techy?
You're talking about the Iron Hands.
Yeah, Iron Hands or, Imperial Fists.
Interesting.
Those are the three factions I kind of lean towards. Tau, nice. I have, 2 armies, Ultramarines and Necrons. He's a blueberry.
Hey, I've got my Ultramarines as well. So,
I know, you're a blueberry too.
I like red and blue.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you Space Marines can still... It's like, oh yeah, you Tau are horrible at melee. Yeah, well, have fun getting there. When I'm literally picking your ass from across the table.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they've toned that shit down from 7th edition over the last 2 editions.
I mean, you still got that nasty-ass railgun.
I do have the nasty-ass railgun, which allows me to reach out and touch someone from the other table.
It's not the range that's the problem. It's the ignores invulnerable saves and does spillover damage. So basically, it just takes out a squad. I've played against it once, and like I didn't have anything with equal range to it, and it would just delete my best unit each turn.
You're at least losing 1 unit a turn.
To be fair, it would hit something and would almost kill it, and then the chip damage would finish it off. So I actually had managed to survive 2 hits, one on one vehicle, one on another, but they only had like 1 or 2 wounds left and were quickly finished off.
So apparently they're talking about retooling the broadsides.
Oh.
Toning them down.
Well, like I said, I don't really give a damn about the broadsides right now. It's that the rail cannon.
Oh, yeah. Well, the broadsides have rail guns on them.
They don't have that rail cannon.
Yeah, they don't have the rail cannon, but they're testing out toning down rail weapons by toning down the broadside. Apparently. That's what I heard with the Tau forums.
Okay, well.
Some people are already bitching about it, and I'm like sitting there going, dude, the rail weapons need to be toned. That rail cannon is ridiculous.
It is. It really is. It makes the game not fun and not interactive.
Yeah, and I'm a Tau player, and like everyone's like, you're advocating for the nerf of your own faction. I'm like, yes. I want everybody to have fun. If that means I lose more often, whoop-de-doo. Like, I don't care if I win every time. I just want to have fun.
All right, I got my smeltery up and going.
It's one of the reasons why my 4th army, if I ever got, like, say I won the lotto or something and I started collecting, like, armies like crazy.
Yeah.
The 4th army I ever want to collect is orcs.
Yeah.
You can't be a salty bitch when you're an orc player.
I mean, you can, but you have to try at it.
That's fair. You have to really try. And my daughter has requested to be the one to paint the orcs.
Uh-huh.
So if I get an orc army, I'm going to have Hello Kitty orcs.
Okay.
They're going to be very pink and very pastels. Like when I get a chance to go to the local comic shop here in town, I'm going to ask around to some people who play orcs and be like, do you happen to have some damaged models that you no longer want?
Right on.
And they'll be like, okay, why? And I'm like, my daughter wants to paint models.
And yeah, give her those to practice.
And yeah, let her have those. Yeah, that was the idea. It's just like, here, paint these. and then, like, I've had several people online, including Captain Shack on YouTube and Twitch. And then there was another group. I can't remember who it was. It was one of the guys who plays games with Bricky. Like, I was watching his channel, and they were talking about the orcs, and I mentioned my daughter wanting to paint Hello Kitty orcs, and they're like, we want to see this. It's like, take pictures when you're done. I'm like, okay. Apparently, this is a thing orc players want to see.
Yeah.
Is pink orcs. Fuck it, let's do it. I don't understand.
Yeah. Anyway,
Slayers. Slayer.
Yes. I love the Slayer. I have frequently played mixes of rogues and rangers, and it's just a combination that works really well together. There are some of these hybrid classes that make me go, huh? But Slayer's not one of them.
Yeah, there's some hybrids that are like, they're amazing. They're definitely worth it. Like, the Arcanist was kind of an interesting blend, but when you read it, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Same with Brawler. Brawler's kind of fun. But then there's stuff like Blood Rager, which is Barbarian and Sorcerer.
Yeah, the Blood Rager is definitely a from me, and then of course like the Scald is like a meh.
Yeah, it's like why?
But yeah, Slayer is one of my favorites of the bunch.
Yeah, Slayer is very fun. I very much recommend it. If you're gonna play a Slayer, have a story in mind that you are going to, like, take a little bit of cues from the Ranger, but don't fully embrace it. Like, don't have an enemy that, like, you're gung-ho for killing. Like, at least race-wise. Like, maybe have a particular enemy that you want to hunt down and say, this one guy, fuck him, kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you became a Slayer, is to become really good at killing that one person. And you studied his movements and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So there's that. Then we get to the next class. Oh boy, this is a fun one. It's Fighter and Gunslinger.
Yes, the swashbuckler.
Now, we haven't covered Gunslinger yet, because that hasn't come up in any of the books we have yet.
Right.
Gunslinger is... The big thing that they take from Gunslinger is the grit ability, but they call it panache.
Correct.
Right? It's just an energy source for your abilities. Alright? Now, how you get back panache and grit is two ways. You either critically hit, or you kill someone. Now, there is a... give me a second. There's a feat to get back grit. What is it called? Well, there's Signature Deed, which helps, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to remember what the... To regain grit. I know there's a feat that does it, because it was like this weird feat that was like... I looked at it as like, are you serious? It's a little weird. Pistol whip, provoke opportunity, grit. There it is. Fabulous. Alright. Yes. You get a +1 bonus on perform, act, comedy, oratory, sing. Skill checks. Perform is always a class skill for you. In addition, every time you make a successful bluff check to convince someone of a far-fetched or impossible story, you regain 1 grit point. Successfully lying to a friendly or helpful creature, or a creature that has fewer hit dice than half your character level, does not restore grit. Alright, you have a fun time lurking, my friend. I would say as a DM I would allow swashbucklers to also take this.
Sure.
It's very apropos for their character.
Oh yeah.
This screams like Jack Sparrow, like I did this. It's like you're the worst pirate I've ever heard of, but you have heard of me.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, there's your grit, or in this case, panache. All right, swashbucklers, the crazy shit you can get with this class. What do I mean by that? Well, there's a couple of particular abilities I want to point out that makes it really nasty. The first one, parry and riposte, or riposte.
I've always pronounced it riposte.
Riposte. I've heard riposte, riposte. I say both just to be safe. At first level, when an opponent makes a melee attack against you, you can spend 1 panache point to expend your use of attack of opportunity to attempt to parry that attack. You make an attack roll as if you're making the attack of opportunity. In every size category, they're larger than you. Take a -2 on the roll. If your result is greater than if your attack roll is higher than their attack roll, they miss. After performing a successful parry, if you have at least 1 more panache point, you can use it to make an immediate action to make an attack against that creature you just parried, provided they're within reach. So essentially, knock a weapon aside, hit them for free.
Yeah.
This is devastating.
Yeah.
Especially if you take combat reflexes and you pump the fuck out of your dexterity. Which, if you're a swashbuckler, you should be doing.
Yep.
It's like, because you get to add dexterity to your attack roll, you get to add dexterity to your damage, and it's super easy to make it so that you get slashing grace at level 1.
Yeah.
For a swashbuckler. If you go for non-human, you'll get it by level 3. And most Pathfinder games start at least 3. It's very rare for them to start at 1.
Mm-hmm.
You also get like improved feints. You get some. You can move through threatened areas with acrobatics easier. You get like crazy amounts of initiative. You get targeted strikes, bleeding wounds. Swashbuckler's finesse. You can use your charisma score in place of your intelligence for a prerequisite for combat feats. That's nice.
Yeah.
So that combat expertise and all that shit. Oh yeah. That's going to be helpful. It's like, damn.
Yeah, all kinds of fantastic stuff that you can get there. It's great.
Yeah, if you want to play a character that is very lightweight, moving on their feet, and hitting the enemy repeatedly and blocking their shots, and not necessarily taking the hit as a tank, but like dodging and parrying tank.
Right.
Swashbuckler, hands down.
Yeah.
The last one, and this was a little bit of a for me, was War Priest.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of fighter and cleric, which, if I'm going to be brutally honest, if you build your cleric right, you're already pretty fightery.
That's exactly my issue with it as it stands.
Yeah. And not to mention, if you wanted to mix fighter and cleric, there's paladin.
Yeah. There's that too.
So, I mean, the big things here is, like, you can bless your weapon and you get fervor is the other main ability. Which, fervor, let me look up fervor. Number of times today, half your level plus your wisdom modifier. By expending one use of fervor, you can touch a creature to heal it of the fervor damage. So on and so forth. Evil priests can use it to do damage to living things or heal undead. So it's essentially energy burst, but touch.
Right.
It's kind of a crappier energy burst, but they still get channel energy too. So it's like, what?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's not great. It's weird. It's definitely you get a sacred weapon and sacred armor, which is kind of cool. You can magical your armor for practically free. But by the time you get those things, well, the sacred weapon maybe not. Sacred weapon's pretty low level. But the sacred armor, you don't start seeing that until, what is it? 7th level. By then you have magical armor if you give a damn about it.
Yeah. Don't know, man.
It's just weird, and you have to use like fervor to use both.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, okay. I just, War Priest does not tickle me at all. Like,
Yeah, I totally agree.
I could give 0 shits less about it, and that's the classes in the advanced class guide. Next Tuesday we're going to cover the advanced players guide. I think that was the first book, actually.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It happens. Let's see who's on. What's going on? It says something on my channel. Twitch is trying to tell me something, and I don't know what it is. Alright, let's see who's on.
And then we also have...
I love how I'm just like, there's... Genshin Impact is still very popular lately.
Yeah. Breath of the waifu.
Breath of the waifu. That's A-okay. Let's see, Minor Mom's playing some Minecraft. We could do that. Because she... Yeah, I'd say we do that. Let's do Minor Mom. Alright. Alright. So, if you are my followers, one of my followers, by all means, please use the following message. If you are one of my subscribers, if I could copy and paste today would be nice, please use the following message when we raid. And do stick around for the raid. It gets you some critical roles, which allows you to choose what I play on Wildcard Wednesdays, as well as any other fun stuff that I have on my channel. With that being said, oh, hey Sparky, how's it going? With that being said, Smurfing and lurking. Oh well, we're about to raid someone who you're also lurking, because I just saw you say that on their channel too. So we're gonna go raid Minor Mom. I will see you guys all tomorrow for Wildcard Wednesday, where we'll do some more Dragon Age Awakening. You make sure you're taking care of yourselves mentally and physically, and I'll see you tomorrow. Toodles.
Toodles.